10 episodes in. Oh, no intro.
I think we live.
Oh, we went without the song.
Well, what's up, world? Hey, what's going on? Good to see y'all. It is I, your humble host, number one. I am Lawrence Sanders, and I got the homie LaWade.
What's up, world? What's up,
Always
world?
getting paid.
Not as humble as Lauren, but trying to be though. Trying to be working off his mechanisms.
What's up, y'all? We are Be the People. It is a show for the people, about the people. In the words of my man Fred Hampton, I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. Yes,
Right.
sir.
Get on that HBO Max. I know some of y'all free trials is up right now. Pay them people. Pay them people for that content.
So real quick though, like we were just talking about this before we went live. So if you have not seen Judas and the Black Messiah, please go see it. Please go see it. Go to your living room. If you got a Cody, a Fire Stick, whatever, I don't care. Go see that movie. Especially, being on Be the People, if you want to talk about change and history and all that other stuff, I feel like if you want to educate yourself and you want to know, I think you should start there. I think that's a good place to start. And I know that wasn't on the agenda, but yeah, man.
Nice video discussion that we're gonna have. Nice video discussion. We're gonna do that like a book
club. Wade, what's up, man? What's new, man? How you been? What's good?
Man, dude, I feel like we done missed like the world grow up, man. That's what I feel like. Like the world had a birthday. It didn't literally. Like Black History Month had a birthday. We didn't.
Yeah, man.
We were deadbeat fathers there, bro. We didn't show up for the birthday, right?
Yeah, so right. We sent the
we didn't do that, right? Right. Jay-Z done sold like
he said he sold Tidal.
He sold Tidal. He sold what? Half an Ace of Spades. Yes, I mean, listen, my man.
Something is on the brink, man. You know, he said he is a business man.
Man, my man is. Whew, so he ain't lying. He ain't never lie.
Yeah, man. We missed what? Black History Month. Was today like celebrate National Women's Day?
International Women's Day. We just kind of missed that. And then we got damn, I thought we was gonna miss St. Patrick's Day, man. That's the other holiday. Right. We made it in time.
So real quick, shout out to all the amazing women that are in life in the world. Listen, I heard it said like this: behind every great man is his mama, and on the side of every great man is his wife, and inside his pocketbooks are his daughters. So shout out to all the beautiful women in the world.
My definition, like I can't even follow that up. That is my life right now. That is lovely, man.
I've been trying to have some stuff for the people, man. Just it's good to be back. It's really good to be back, y'all. We are on for another season. We got some really dope content that's coming forth. Remember, we are all about educating, making sure that people are enlightened, making sure people know what's happening, what's going on. Yo, we got Kendrick in the house. Yo, Kendrick, what's up, man? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Oh, man.
You got it for him. You got it for him. Let's bring that heat to tell him like, hey, man.
Let's go and hop right into it. So,
no matter how long we've been gone.
You know, we've been kind of under a rock, but the Monarchy and Megan, good night. As if we didn't already know they was racist. And
right. We're just so yeah. That's the thing, right? Like I'm gonna let you hit that intro, but what's crazy about it is the people that up and down my timeline. Feel free to friend me on Facebook if you want to. I done seen these folks get a little surprised by this, and I'm like, hold on, bro. Right. We live in ain't America?
Listen, that is the root. That's where it came from. Just in case you were wondering,
right?
These are grandfather races. So real quick, before we get into the racism part, let's talk about the monarchy. Like, so what is monarchy? Of course, this is Be the People. Again, we're about educating people so they know better, so we do better, right? So, quick definition of what monarchy is. Monarchy is a political system based on the undivided sovereignty or rule of one single person. The term applies to states in which supreme authority is invested in the monarch, an individual ruler who functions as the head of state and achieves his or her position through heredity. So that means it is ran by one person and one person only. And that one person right now that we're about to talk about is ugly and old, and she is racist. Brittany Jones, what's up? Hey,
Man,
welcome.
I can't even call her bro. She has outlived the outlivable. That power, bro. That fountain of youth of money, right? That fountain of with all the Spaniards and everything else, with all them horrible ass explorers that we had in the world. She know where that stuff is, man. She not letting that up, bruh. She all right. Look here, right? She walking, but she not walking like she old, like she going. She look like she outliving her peoples.
Yeah, bro.
Like there's something about she ain't giving up this power, my G.
Nope, she ain't gonna do it. She's gonna go to the dead. And the crazier part, there's a show called The Crown that everybody has been talking about, and I haven't started watching it yet. I've been binge watching a whole lot of shows. I just finished Bridgerton, which was crazy, which kind of has the same setting, like the caste system, but people are just they wilding, like they confused about racism and well, why would the queen listen? If America needed an example of what racism looked like, that is the great grandparents of what we see here in America. And what they saying about Meghan,
man, look here, man. They see a lot of people capping for Meghan, right? But see, I'm on this sense. I don't know if she. Well, hell, yes, you did. You knew what you was gonna grow up into. They like you knew they was racist. Don't act brand new. You're a mixed, beautiful young lady. You thought you pot. What if they treated you like the daughter that they wanted? Would we be right? Would we be hearing about?
She is black, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
correct.
She's just as much white as she is black, but yet she's still being treated like she's black.
Right. Let me hit the world with something. But she ain't black though. Let me hit him with that Kamala Harris. She ain't black though. Goofy
bro. And this, man, I was reading through some of the comments. I was watching and I saw a whole bunch of memes and stuff. You know, Black Twitter is where it's at, man. If you need it, if you are having a bad day and you need a good laugh, listen, just take 10 minutes and make sure you set a timer, because once you get on Black Twitter, you will be there for a while. They are they're coming to the defense of Meghan. Now, I will say this. I will say this from a man's perspective. What's his name? It just slipped my. What's her husband's name? Harry.
Harry, yeah, Harry.
So he knew what he was getting into.
Right. He knew his peoples. He knows
a lot of people were blaming Meghan as if it was her fault. No, he proposed to her. He married her. He knew what he was getting into. Yo, real quick, Chef Shahana with the Heels and Meals. What's going on?
There it is.
Yeah, hey, appreciate that super sticker.
Right, just like the Europeans, we get paid in spices.
It's spices, yo.
Hey, pause, bro.
Listen, I got my Marquez seasonings in.
Yeah. Oh, like that, right? Like that, right? Yeah. I hope your wife ain't see that reaction, bro.
Listen, these seasonings, bro. So real quick, shameless plug. They got here in a timely manner, and let me tell you, like, they are sodium free and they are so full of flavor. Like, I just stuck my finger in, like, and just like, oh, this is so good. Like, it didn't even go on no food,
right?
And that's she said, I seen it.
Yo, you just explore, my guy. You just explore.
But so back to Meghan though, and her husband. It was like he chose her.
Yep.
And he knew, because he's grown up in that system. And what I don't understand is how people are blaming her as if she was the bad guy, as if she manipulated him, as if she did something. I will say this: they say once you go black, you never go back.
Right, but she could have said no though. Because she knew she knew what that family was, right? He ain't no random, no casual off the street. Like, hey, what up, shorty? He ain't going to All-Star Weekend trying to come at you on no U-Haul, right?
He funded All-Star Weekend,
right? He funded, bought it,
right?
All of that, right? So she knew what she was going into. So they looking at her like, but you knew though, right? And they looking at him like, well, you know, what they doing is they're separating the two, right?
Right.
She knew she wanted that lifestyle. Forget the lifestyle. Let's say that for a moment. Okay, you know what? Come back to the lifestyle. She could have been like, "Oh, girl, and coming to America," right? Damn, I forgot Lisa. She could have been Lisa. She thought she was Lisa coming to America. Right, exactly. She thought she was listening coming to America, came to England, right? And nonetheless, right, she was like, "Oh, this ain't the business. This ain't like how I thought it was." No, they
Right.
knew that but Harry knew, and maybe he did prep her for. I'm assuming he did.
I'm,
I'm going
yes.
I'm going to
Yes.
say that he prepped it, but they didn't think it was that bad.
Right.
So the queen knew about that drop of African blood. She's like, "Oh no, no, no,
Bro,
we don't do that here. We
and
don't do that here."
and
Shout
when
out to
she
Chad Bowden.
bro, and when right, we don't no, we don't do that here.
We don't do
Bro, but it broke my heart when I saw like when they were talking about how it was like there is a concern about how dark the baby is gonna be.
right,
What?
bro.
Excuse me?
Do you not see? Do you not see how pale Harry is? Do you not see how? Let's see the hue that Megan has. That baby was not going. That baby would
Listen,
have been difficult,
let
bro.
me tell you, let me tell you how beautiful black is because it'll creep up on you. You could have two absolutely light-skinned babies and your melanin be super dark. That's just how black is, bro. That's just that is the beauty of being black. Like, and no knock to other races, but that is just I heard somebody said that every race, everything comes out of the black. So
Absolutely.
I listen, my prayer is that this baby become black as an ace of spades.
Nah, this baby ain't gonna be that black. This
Listen,
baby's gonna be light skinned. This baby's gonna take over it's gonna be a whole Netflix experience with this baby.
about this baby. So, but yeah, man, it's just been crazy just how a lot of these things are going. And just to kind of segue into like the whole colorism thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're talking about across the pond. However, what we do know, it was a huge topic of discussion even like in February, and it's something that like I like to talk about because I feel like it's something that triggers a lot of us, which I'm always open for discussion and conversation. But colorism, what you think, man?
Oh man, so you know what? Let me do this for you. Colorism. See me, I'm on that. I consider myself that nice brown hue, right?
Uh-huh.
And see me just saying that sentence alone, right? Colorism my own self. Because you got somebody like, what about the darker ones? Right? Look here. I'm that nice brown hue. I love the lighter side. I love the fairer sense. I love the darker sense, right? But sometimes colorism does. Yes, they were. They were. Goodness.
Okay, it's gonna happen. Like I said, I pray that this baby is black as an ace of spades. At least paperback.
Right. Oh, we even talk about that. Thank you for reminding me. Even we use colorism. We judge on colorism because we even say we meaning black folks, right? We say, oh, you look dark, you look beautiful for a black girl, you look this for this, for that, right? So I even call myself being not a fan of color. Yeah, a fan of colorism. Let me say it like that, right? Because the All-Star game, right? There was this commercial, right? There's this commercial with Steph Curry. Oh, yes. I'm taking this all over the place. So there's a commercial with Steph Curry on CarMax, and there's this beautiful light-skinned young lady who interacts with him. I'm like, who is that one? Who is that lady? Right? Like she is gorgeous, right? And then let's even talk about Steph Curry, right? The light-skinned brother, right? The light-skinned just assassin from the three-point range. My man, that's crazy. My man has Aisha Curry. He has this beautiful family. And I even heard in the NBA, they don't like Steph. They don't like Steph because, or it was one point in time they reported they didn't like Steph because he has this beautiful family. Everything was given to him, that type of thing, like that, right? Even going into our black bourgeoisie scenarios where we even have the brown paper bag test. Some of our sororities and fraternities, right? They were doing the paper bag test. I went. Hell, we could even say it goes all. We could. All right, so here, right? So I'm the opposite of this scale. We could always say, oh, it goes all the way to slavery and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, that's cool, but we also had the narrative to control our own mindset, right?
We do definitely, especially now, man.
Which we'll talk about later. Which they canceling every. They're gonna cancel color. No, they're not gonna cancel colorism. They're gonna cancel my views.
Council all people of color.
We're gonna cancel all people of color. Just everybody.
But here's the thing, man. So colorism is so rampant, especially even in politics, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and this joke it was a joke, but I'm trying to remember who said it. He said like the president, Cat Williams, was talking about Barack Obama and how it was Aries Spears who was talking about Barack Obama was the right shade of black, because had he been Bernie Mac black, he would have never been able to be president. And I think the
Oh,
issue,
absolutely.
especially among us, a lot of us tolerant of are tolerant or more tolerant, let me say that, or more tolerant of people who are of lighter shades. And I think that's just a perception thing, right? It's like there's a preconceived notion, and I talk to a lot of college kids too, that, like, for example, darker girls are ghetto and they loud and they hard to deal with. I'm like, bro, like that's the furthest thing from accurate. Like, that's not true. But like, there's this perception, like even in college now, that, oh, well, if you're dark, you're this, and if you're light skinned, oh, let me, like you said in the NBA, like I want my wife to be light skinned. I want her to be closest thing to light. And the thing that I hate about it though, because then for females, it's the same thing. I want somebody that's tall, dark, and handsome. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're anything, lighter than dark, then you're soft or you're a pushover or blase, 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 blase.
Right.
Who's that? The closer to whiteness we are, the better we are seen. Oh, yeah. Oh, shout out. That's my wife, y'all. Who, by the way, is so okay. I'm all over the place real quick. So like she's a huge advocate because like she's lighter skinned. Like she's light skinned, but she hates the fact that lighter skinned people are given more privilege than darker skin. She talks about it all the time. She be like, man, I wish I was darker. Like I wish I was darker. Yes. Coming from somebody who is lighter skinned, and she sees the divide of colorism among us as people, because colorism is huge among us, man. And I feel like the issue that I think the point that I was trying to make is that colorism is just another thing that is dividing us. It is dividing us among ourselves. It goes back to slavery, the plantation, house Negroes and field Negroes and so on and so on. But it's like, now, why is colorism still a thing? Because it goes back to our mindsets. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to how we think as a people. And I think that is the issue. I think the issue is that we are so divided in our minds. I think that because we are so separated from one another, that it's cool to talk about somebody who's of darker skin. It's not cool.
Right.
Like, well, we talk about preferences, and I want to get into preferences and all this other stuff, but it just, man, it's so sad that we're so divided. And it's like, honestly, ultimately, like, we're all black. We're all black. Like we are all black, and I wish that we would just accept each other as just being black, regardless to how light I am, regardless to how dark I am. Like, we're all black. What Chef Shahana say? They seem to think dark girls are mean and light skinned girls are stuck up. It makes no sense, right? That's the stereotype. That's the that is the stereotype. And something that, here was a theory that I threw out, and we can move on to the next. This theory that I thrown out. I said the theory was this, Wade. I said, what if that because of this stigma for years, and I'm talking about over the span of since we got here, right? What if the theory is that this stigma has been placed on darker skinned women for so long that they have developed a defense mechanism? So maybe the reason why you encounter them and they seem so evil, I say evil, they seem so mean. Like, and I've never,
I hear what you're saying.
I've never had that experience. But it's like, maybe the reason why they respond that way is because of years of being portrayed and painted that way. And so when people approach, and this is just my theory, like, this is something that's been developed because of colorism. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if that's the case? What if the reason why they're perceived that way could be that maybe they have a natural, a over time defense mechanism that's developed because of that stigma? What if?
What?
But anyways, we can talk about that some other episode. Our beloved producer is telling us we need to move on because we could park there all day. So
no, you're right. But and if we had if they had their way, they would be canceled. Anybody that talks about colorism would be canceled, depending on who has the major the majority of the people of the hues, darker skin, medium skins, or light skin.
Listen, everybody's black, man. I mean, everybody that's black is black, regardless of whether your origin, whether you from the islands or whether you from the homeland. It doesn't matter. Black is black.
Yeah, Alexander Hamilton is black.
Listen,
one of our founding fathers.
Listen, black is beautiful, right? But to see that they're not teaching it in class. Anyways, that's a whole nother episode for another day. So check this out. Cancel culture is a thing that's starting to, I guess, gain traction, if you will. I know cancel culture has always been a thing. I was just reading. I was just seeing the other day that they're trying to cancel Eminem, bro.
Yo, they get a little bit too carried away. We're gonna go to black and white.
Like a lyric that's not even that bad. It's like, have you really listened to Eminem's music? Like,
no,
Stan?
They haven't.
Like,
right. You would have canceled. Look here. I'm starting to believe that we're gonna go back to black and white. We're gonna go back to 2 twin beds. You only put the beds together when you about to mate with your partner.
Right.
Well, that's what we about to do. Because we're getting a little bit too. I don't even want to say sensitive, but we're getting a little bit too outrageous with canceling this, canceling that. Look here. Let's just keep things as they are, and let's just build from the better. And when we go back in time, right, and we look at how horrible we were, we're like, wow, we grew.
Right. Like, we really sucked at that point in life, right?
Right. But we got better. We got better.
So cancel culture, man. Talk to me about how you feeling about cancel culture, bro. Like,
right. So cancel, I hate it. Right. It's like what we're doing right now is we trying to erase history, or we trying to erase a present from it becoming a past. So therefore, we don't have to talk about it. Therefore, we were always taught, we meaning those in some of the black cultures, and those are people of like minds. I hate when we say we, like I speak for the black community. No Joe Biden or anybody else.
He's the black representative.
Right. None of that. Right. But the way that was growing up with people of like minds was, all right, cool. You address your problems. You see it. You take it head on. You embrace how you felt or how you made somebody else feel. And then you go from there. You say, all right, cool. My bad. I did it. All right, I'm sorry. I apologize. And then you move forward. Not, okay, you do that. And then they try to Kevin Hart you 8 years later when you finally got something that you wanted to do. Right? Say, hey, well, you said this, you said that. So now it's like you can't even freely write something on your social media where you're like, I'm good. Right? Like
cancel this guy, get rid of him. So, so in the spirit of cancel culture, and we're talking about colorism and black people and all this other stuff. Kanye West.
Kanye.
Kanye, the college dropout himself. Mr. Late Registration, Mr. Through the Wire. I remember he was big in the media when Trump was running, and a lot of people were trying to cancel Kanye.
Yeah. So Kanye was saying and doing things like he was doing what rich people do, right? Get manipulated, and then when you get called out on it, make some excuse.
I gotta backtrack.
Right. And Kanye was saying stuff where he wasn't understanding. He was speaking from his line of privilege and not from the line of his oppression. He was speaking from this current situation Kanye with Adidas versus not college dropout, polo, double polo shirts, backpack, right, 2 words, spaceship, like that guy, right? Right. He ain't talking from that guy. If he was talking from that guy, right, that Kanye, I'm not gonna lie to you, that Kanye West, if he said, I'm talking backpack wearing Kanye West said he would have ran for president, I think he would have gotten a lot of support because he would have kept on. He would have been like, yeah, yo, you are revolutionary. Right, you'd be like, "Yo, let's do this." Maybe he could have started the Black Panther Party. Shout out to
right. He's from Chicago.
He is from Chicago, right? And I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I'm taking this to a whole different stream. After watching Judas and the Black Messiah, I kind of wanted to start a whole little breakfast thing. Man, but we'll talk about that later. But nonetheless, right? It was just it was refreshing to watch. But nonetheless, right? yeah, we take cancel culture a little bit too crazy, right? I do not know the origins of cancel culture, nor do I care for the origins of cancel culture because this is not going to be something in my ethos that I'm going to worry about, right? So
So
it
let me
is
ask you
something.
something. Let me
Yep.
ask you something. So do you think so? For example, I mentioned Kanye, uh, Michael Jackson, uh,
Man,
O.J. Simpson. I'm
I'm
just gonna
not black. I'm OJ.
right. I'm just gonna throw some names out. Who else? Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle. Um,
Why are they trying to cancel Cat or Dave?
so Cat was on some other stuff, man. Cat
Oh,
was
we talking about. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
You're
he
right.
was
You're right.
slapping people at the Target and
Oh, yeah, that time. Yeah, that Cat. Ah,
yeah,
yeah.
like
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm back again.
so these are all people who were considered being canceled, but yet we see people like Takashi 6ix9ine who still is a thing. Like you're
Absolutely. Because what we're doing is it we are being controlled by who's ever controlling it. We're not thinking for ourselves here, right? Like I don't mess with a Takashi 6ix9ine, even though for a long time I was saying Treyway, right? Even though I had no idea what that was, and I would not get caught in the hood saying that, right? But because he screamed it on every track, that it was just like sometimes you was,
you don't know who coming for you there, bro.
correct, right? But nonetheless, right? I mean, even Jay-Z said Yakil X Zimmerman lives. I mean, like, why we not canceling George Zimmerman? Why we not canceling the cops? Why we not canceling shout out to that Nate Parker movie, Us. Oh god, I forgot the name of it, but that was good if you didn't see that.
Oh, you
Uh,
talking about the slave movie?
no, the one that he had on Amazon Prime. American Skin, I think it was.
I
Is that
haven't
his
seen
name?
it yet. I have not seen that one yet.
But that whew, man. So why we not doing the canceling of all why we not going hard in the paint, right? Why we not going, all right, we know that the pen is mightier than the sword. Why instead of worrying about this cancel culture, why don't we just focus on the impact? Why don't we cancel if we gonna focus on cancel culture, can we cancel out debt? Can we make personal debt a non-existent thing of the past?
Right.
Can we, that's the thing we not talking about. So I don't really pay attention to, oh, I canceled such and such. Nah, I don't. You're not going to tell me who I canceled. Like I know who in my mind I have canceled, and I repeat, some of those people are Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal,
Oh my God.
and there was a couple others. Kanye when he speaks outside of music and design, and and let's see, there's a couple other people, but still, nonetheless, those are the people who I cancel. Those are the people who I don't. I may watch you, but your words are just like I see who you are.
Like
I watch NBA. I watch TNT on NBA on TNT, but
TNT.
whatever. Right.
So I think my take on cancel culture is this. I think it's very detrimental and dangerous to our culture.
Mm-hmm.
I think first of all, I respect the fact that our cultures are intermingled. Like black culture is heavily influenced now by people who are not black. I get that. Eh, However, I feel like council culture is one of those things that has been used as a tool to divide us.
Yes.
Because ultimately, when it's all said and done, they make their money, they make whatever, and then they leave. Because other than Eminem, who I don't know too many people, white people that are being canceled. I mean, you had the
Man.
president, you have other people, you have Jeffrey
Ma-
Epstein. You have
Man, they just love how you see already say they wiped them up with the quickness. Like, jeez, man.
but I will say this as we as we wrap this up. I feel like as a village, as a culture, we are all important as a culture, and I know within the culture there are subcultures. But I feel like because again, as I said earlier, we're so divided in our minds, man. It is hard for us to be united, and I cannot wait for us to talk about Fred Hampton. I want to give him a whole episode, bro.
Right, hey, let's
I
do it, man. We'll
want
give
to
it
give
for
Sheriff Fred. I want to give him his own episode, man, and maybe we could do a multiple weeks and just how he he changed the game, bro. But even in him changing the game, there were so many things that were done to counter that from a government national level. Our United States government did it. But anyway, that's all I got, bro. You can finish it, bro.
Man, for quickly going Fred Hampton first and go moving backwards. So the Fred Hampton, right? So what I found out when people were like, "Oh, it'd be your own people," sometimes I have to think about that for a minute and be like, "Well, my man was put in a precarious situation, right?" So it was. We always say, "Think about yourself," right? And you got to survive for yourself. Get your money. Get your this. Get your that, right?
Right.
But my man, he was thinking about himself, right? We talking about Lakeisha Stenfield, his character, right? And slips my mind right now. But when he was going to go, yes, when he was going, which I thought was clever with the way he was robbing them cars, right? Which was clever. He was getting his money, and then he got caught, and they put him in a precarious situation. So he had to do what he had to do for him. So is it really your own people, or is it the people, or did you not have? I don't know. The best. I mean, we'll talk about it more. I mean, this way, that's a teaser. But nonetheless, right? So my final thoughts is this, right? So I know we talked about colorism and Meghan Markle and cancel culture. See, one of the biggest arguments that I've always had, right, was HBCUs versus PWI. Shout out to the NBA for highlighting HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities. The thing about it is, people that went to PWIs, I've always asked them, when they talk about, well, going in from high school into PWI, they would say, well, the world's not black, the world's not this, the world's not that. But one of the things that I didn't experience at my HBCU was racism. I suffered, I experienced prejudice, right? I also experienced that that personality has no skin color. You could be an a-hole and you could be black or anything, right? But one of the biggest things is like we would always argue about why, if y'all really wanted to change the culture, why didn't y'all go to the HBCUs? Excuse me. And the number one answer was money. Them PWIs gave you the most money, and you didn't have money to attend the HBCU, which wasn't giving you money. And that is not on the people that attended the PWIs. That was on the people who came behind me. I'm sorry, the people who were in front of me, who did not donate to the PWI, did not give to their school.
They don't give back. Absolutely.
We did not give back, right? We would go to the homecoming, we would do whatever it takes, right? And we would share it on. But nonetheless, right? So yeah, just something to think about.
Well, with that, be the people. First episode, you call it a pilot, whatever you want to. Thank y'all for joining us. We will be back next week. Same bad place, same bad time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tell your mama, tell your friends. Y'all be safe. We love y'all. We'll catch y'all next time. All right, peace. We out.
Oh, another one for Chef Shahana. Look,
hey, appreciate it.
Spices on deck.
Hey, give us the spices.
Spices on deck. Christopher Columbus.
All right, y'all. We out.
All right,
Till next time. Peace.